Thank you, Phil. It's wonderful to be here. It's always wonderful to be here on Lobby Day. And I've got to tell you, as I'm listening to AC and I'm listening to some of the other folks I know inside the legislature, the reality is exactly what they said. It's about our majority in the House of Delegates stopping some absolutely insane new ideas to disarm the populace. That's what is going to happen in the House of Delegates right now. It's also one of the reasons it's so vital as we head into an election year for both the Senate and the House of Delegates that we elect people who understand what's going on, who have actually read the Constitution, who actually understand that the Second Amendment is not negotiable. This is not something that's given to you one day and taken back another. Those of us who understand true constitutional rights understand these are rights bestowed upon us by God, not the government. It is not the government who gives them, and certainly not the government that takes them away at that point. And so those of us who care about constitutional rights have to remember something. We can't just care about one of those pesky rights. We've got to be concerned with all of them. And we need to reach out to people, quite frankly, who don't own guns, who don't know anything about guns, and frankly have made a decision they don't want a gun in their house. Now, that's their decision to make. We have to respect it, even if we disagree with it. But we have to let them know that it's every one of those rights. If they are passionate about that First Amendment, then they have to stand with everybody in VCDL on the Second Amendment. And you and I, as we're passionate about this amendment and that amendment, have to put them all together. And we've got to understand it is about all of these constitutional rights. Stand tall, be strong, and make sure as we head into this year, as I say, we've got to have majorities in both the House of Delegates and the state Senate so that some of the craziness that happened a couple of years ago, and some of us were here 2-3 years ago where we were behind fencing and we were off to the side and it was unbelievable. We have to make sure that we can roll back some of that insanity. The best that we're going to do right now is to blunt some of the new craziness, which is okay, but it's not great. We got to take steps in the upcoming year to get majorities in both those houses. Thanks so much for being here.